Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Causey here from Black Cat Comics in Rockin' Milpitas. Every Wednesday is New Comic Day and I like to give you some great reasons to get down to your local comic shop and pick up something fun to read. It's a big, huge week. The shelves are stuffed. All the publishers brought pretty much their best books this week. Gonna start with the Marvel guys because it's a big Avengers week. This is Avengers 27. Has a full copy reprint of All New Invaders #1 at no extra charge, so if you missed that, another good reason to pick up the main Avengers book. New Avengers 16, first issue of the new story arc. Uncanny Avengers 18 is also the first issue of the new story arc. Uncanny is probably my favorite of the whole batch. Really good stuff going on with that. Avengers Assemble and A+X, co-starring my man The Vision, rounds out your Avengers stuff. None of these Avengers books interrelate, so if you think there's too many of them, just jump into whichever one you find the most interesting, has the best art or whatever. Again, I recommend Uncanny, but New, or the main one, is also cool. Amazing X-Men with the return of Nightcrawler. This book's been red hot. Cool art by Ed McGuinness, one of my favorite guys. All New X-Factor by my favorite X-writer Peter David. And Marvel Knights X-Men. This is your last issue of Marvel Knights X-Men and your last issue of all that Marvel Knights stuff. That's been a lot of fun. Origin 2 #4 continues the sequel to Wolverine's origin, and Savage Wolverine with that cool cover rounds out your X stuff this week. Superior Spider-Man #30. Don't need to say a whole lot about this book. Pretty much everybody's reading this. Last issue is right around the corner. Really cool stuff with that. Superior Spider-Man Team Up. Cool retro Green Goblin Doc Ock going on there. Guardians of the Galaxy. You're super excited about the movie. This book has been really, really cool from the outset. This wraps up your Trial of Jean Grey stuff. Hawkeye from Matt Fraction. This book might be flying under your radar. If it is, pick this up. It's a lot of fun. Kind of different from your usual superhero stuff, as is this guy, Deadpool. Everybody loves Deadpool. Last issue of Indestructible Hulk. Your new Hulk book will be starting real soon. And your first issue of the all-new Ghost Rider. This time he has a car. And also your first issue of Iron Patriot, formerly known as War Machine. And a new Cap series starting. You know I never miss a chance to mention my man Captain America. Like I say, huge week for the Marvel guys. Big week for the DC guys too. Lots of Forever Evil. This is Justice League Dark. And your last issue of Forever Evil Argus and Forever Evil Rogues Rebellion. Your cool Gorilla Grodd cover there. Speaking of crossovers, World's Finest continues the First Contact stuff with Batman Superman. Really been pushing you guys to read World's Finest from the beginning because Huntress and Power Girl are super cool. Batman Dark Knight and Catwoman are your Bat books this week. Catwoman's another one that might be flying under your radar, but always worth cover price just for those covers. Superman and Adventures of Superman are your Superman books, but the one I want to mention is Red Lanterns. So even though it's also your Lantern book this week, it's your Supergirl book this week. I've been talking a lot about this Red Daughter of Krypton stuff. Cool story, cool art. Get up on the previous issues of Red Lantern and Supergirl for more of that. Aquaman, The Flash, everybody's into The Flash. And Teen Titans kind of round out your new 52 superhero stuff. But I always like to mention this guy too, All-Star Western starring Jonah Hex. Jonah Hex, super classic character. Rumor has it this book might be ending soon, so get in on All-Star Western while you can. DCU versus the Masters of Evil. It's your last of the DC stuff, but I want to mention the two biggest Vertigo books out there right now. This is Sandman Overture #2. Still got a couple copies of #1 if it got past you. Can't say enough about Neil Gaiman and anything Sandman. Definitely got to be catching up on that. And this is Fables, the other incredibly huge Vertigo book that they have. Everybody loves Fables. A lot of you are just reading the trade paperbacks. Always encourage you to catch up on the single issues. Big week for our neighbors to the north in Berkeley at Image Comics. Gotta mention this guy, Walking Dead. But they have many other books that are almost this popular, and almost all of them are out this week. One of them is this, Alex and Ada #5, Jonathan Luna, always talking about the Luna brothers. Really enjoying Alex and Ada. Cool science fiction romance comic there. Manhattan Project and Fatale are two of their other really big books. Love Ed Brubaker, love Fatale, cool crime noir fiction thing. Satellite Sam by my man Howard Chaykin. And Real Heroes from Brian Hitch. That's your first issue, Gotta Have It Image book of the week. A lot of cool stuff, as always, from the Image guys. You know, I love talking about Dark Horse. Serenity, Leaves on the Wind. Awesome covers on these Serenity books. That's your Whedonverse book of the week. That's number 3. Still got 1 and 2 in stock. Star Wars Legacy. Always talking about the great job that Dark Horse does with the Star Wars stuff. King Conan keeps going this week. Conan the Conqueror, that's always cool stuff. And Tomb Raider, this is just the second issue. If number 1 got by, we still got a couple in stock. Really glad that they picked up the license on that, because Tomb Raider's a cool premise for a comic. IDW has the 200th issue of G.I. Joe Real American Hero. Continues from the old Marvel Universe stuff. 200 issues. Good job, IDW. They do cool stuff with their G.I. Joe and Transformers things. Doc Savage, Man of Bronze is my Dynamite book this week. Always great Alex Ross covers from these Dynamite guys. Doc Savage, cool classic pulp character. If you don't know much about him, you definitely should. And Eternal Warrior is my Valiant book this week. Love all the different things that Valiant's got going on right now, and Eternal Warrior is one of my longtime favorites. Never leaving out the kids' books. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yeah. Maybe you're not 100 years old like me, but if you are, you love Rocky and Bullwinkle. And if you're not, you should check it out anyway, because it's very hilarious. And Simpsons Illustrated. Never miss a chance to mention the Bongo guys. Super thick, double-sized Simpsons Illustrated. Always hilarious. As you can see, tons and tons of great books this week from all the different publishers. So check those shipping lists, get down to your shop, pick up something super awesome. I want to thank everybody that came out to the San Jose Super Toy Show last week. It was tons of fun. Saw a lot of our guys out there, met some new folks, got some cool old comics and vintage toys. Great fun to be had by all. Don't miss out on the next one. And going to mention that we're going to be up in Seattle this weekend at the big Emerald City Comic Con. So if you're up north, drop by and or maybe we'll catch up to you at the show. Not setting up there, but we're definitely going to be there having some fun. That's all we got for you for this week. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out at blackcatcomics.biz. Get on down here to Rockin' Milpitas. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.